Okay, hi friends, here is a very short video, very boring video probably, of how to do the graphing homework. So here's the data you wanted to graph. You got this earlier. We did it with pencil and pen, or hopefully pencil and graph paper. But here is how we can do it also on Google Docs or on Excel. So the reason I sent this to you as an attachment is so all you have to do is if you copy this table, so I'm highlighting it all, I'm going to go up to the top and hit copy. And then I'm going to open up my email, and I'll go just back to my email, so under mail. And remember that in the top of your email, you'll see that there's a drive here. Click on drive. I'm going to create a new document, and what I want is a spreadsheet. So hopefully my spreadsheet will open up. And since I copied in my data, I'll just put any old place, and I'll hit paste. That didn't work very well. There we go. I kind of got skewed off a little bit, but that's fine. But we do know that this is the nitrate levels in this column, and this is dissolved oxygen here. I'll just move this stuff down, make it a little easier for myself. Okay, and get rid of this stuff for a second. So we do know what they are. So this is nitrates, this is dissolved oxygen. And remember that the independent variable, the one the researcher is kind of figuring out beforehand, is the nitrates. And what we don't know what effect it's going to have on the oxygen levels. That's a dependent variable. So therefore, this would be the x-axis, this would be the y-axis, or independent dependent variables. I'm just going to highlight it for a second, kind of clean it up just so it looks a little better, but no really reason to do that. And the way all spreadsheets work, including Excel, is whatever's in the first column on the left, in this case nitrate concentration, that ends up on the x-axis. So we're set up in the correct way. However, if this had been the independent variable, we'd have to copy and paste it and put it over there. So I'm going to highlight my data, as we normally do, go to the charts, or I can do insert chart either from there, but since this is open, I'll use this one. And then we get a choice of different things to use. And again, what we want to do is kind of a x versus y relationship. And under charts, I'm going to go down to scatter graph and click on that one. And that's pretty much what I want. That's the kind of look of it. Now, of course, we still have things to do, which means we have to label things. And you might recall that if you go under Customize, we can then put a title in. Let's start with, get rid of chart title and put in effective nitrates on oxygen levels. Or however you spell nitrates. There we go. Probably if I want to be more precise, I could actually say something effective nitrates on dissolved oxygen in a lake or pond. So there's my title, so that looks a little bit better. But we also need to figure out what these x and y axis type things are. And again, this is going to be nitrates, and this is going to be dissolved oxygen. So if I scroll down a little bit farther on the on the horizontal axis, I can put in, I think we'll just put in nitrates. And I believe it was milligrams per liter. So I'm done there. And then on the vertical, it will want dissolved oxygen. I'll just write, make it very easy, right? DO, and it was parts per million. And I'm pretty much done. And now I have my graph of the information. And what I'll do is insert it. I think we're about ready to do that. Insert graph, and there we go. Now, of course, you guys would make this like some really crazy looking colors and paisley and everything else, but we'll just leave it at that. So that would be it. Pretty straightforward stuff.